in the rocky terrain of the American West where tumbleweeds roll and coyotes howl into the moonlit night, a peculiar creature has captured the imagination of frontier folklore for generations: the elusive jackalope. Half jackrabbit, half antelope, at least according to legend. It's a creature that straddles the line between myth and reality, a product of whimsy, fabrication, and perhaps just a dash of truth. But where did this curious creation come from? And why has it stuck around in the collective imagination of so many? To uncover the answer, we first have to rewind the clock. Picture early settlers venturing into the West, a land as stark and wild as it is beautiful. These pioneers lived in close contact with nature, relying on their wits, creativity, and storytelling to entertain themselves during long nights around flickering campfires. For them, nature wasn't just a source of sustenance. It was a canvas for tall tales and folklore. Coyotes became tricksters. Thunderstorms, battles among gods. And rabbits? Well, rabbits turned into jackalopes. The name itself, jackalope, comes from the melding of two very real animals: the jackrabbit, with its long ears and agile frame, and the antelope, whose curved horns evoke strength and grace. One theory stems from the folklore tradition of exaggeration. Cowboys and settlers were notorious for spinning yarns to impress, entertain, or even pass the time. They'd take an ordinary sight in nature, say a jackrabbit sprinting across the sagebrush, and add a fantastical twist. What if that fleeing rabbit had horns? Or what if its high-pitched squeals weren't cries of distress, but actual words, mimicking human voices, perhaps in mournful cowboy songs that echoed long into the night? The story grew legs, or in this case antlers, and soon a new legend was born. But the story doesn't end on the frontier. Fast forward to the 1930s in Douglas, Wyoming, where the jackalope's legend took on a more tangible form. Look closely and you'll find the fingerprints of two brothers, Douglas and Ralph Herrick. As the story goes, one day these brothers, both amateur taxidermists, stumbled upon a creative idea for their craft. Using a pair of antelope horns and the lifelike figure of a jackrabbit, they combined the two into a single mounted display. The result? A jackalope that looked so convincing it became the centerpiece of local lore. The Herricks didn't just stop with a visual creation. They doubled down on the myth itself, embellishing stories about the creature's habits. Jackalopes, they claimed, were intelligent and mischievous, quick to outwit hunters. They could mimic human voices, a talent that allowed them to throw off pursuers with misleading shouts or eerie laughter carried on the wind. Sometimes they were said to sing along with cowboys, harmonizing to songs like Home on the Range. The Herrick's invention soon gained local fame as visitors flocked to Douglas to catch a glimpse of the jackalope and hear its strange and captivating story. From there, the jackalope leapt even further into popular culture. Postcards, souvenirs, and tchotchkes featuring the antlered rabbit popped up in tourist shops across the West. Towns like Douglas brandished the jackalope as a mascot, with festivals and statues paying homage to the whimsical creature. The jackalope became more than a local story. It became an American icon of oddball ingenuity and frontier charm. But here's the twist. While the jackalope exists firmly in the realm of folklore, some scientists believe there might be a kernel of truth buried within the myth. There's a condition known as the Shope papillomavirus that causes growths resembling horns or antlers to sprout from the heads of rabbits. Of course, these growths aren't true antelope horns, but their resemblance is uncanny enough to make you wonder, could early encounters with infected rabbits have inspired some of the jackalope tales? Or was this simply a case of humanity's desire to exaggerate and imagine something extraordinary? The beauty of the jackalope is that its origins are a mosaic of fact, fiction, and craftsmanship. It's the product of frontier humor, taxidermist ingenuity, and cultural curiosity. And more than that, it's a reminder of how deeply we humans cherish storytelling and our ability to spin the ordinary into the extraordinary. Today, if you venture into Douglas, Wyoming, you'll find traces of the jackalope all around. A statue here, a festival there, and even folklore licenses available for purchase. It's as if the town itself has embraced the creature as a testament to its creativity and heritage. Visitors smile as they pose with jackalope signs or post pictures of their hunt, even if the creature they're chasing is rooted firmly in mythology. So, The next time you wander through the American West, keep your eyes peeled. Perhaps in the distance, beyond the tumbleweed and under the shadow of a moonlit ridge, you'll catch a glimpse of something unusual. A rabbit with horns, bounding into the horizon. Or perhaps, like all great legends, it will remain just out of reach. A little bit of truth mixed with a great deal of imagination. After all, some myths are best left mysterious.